Now, moving on to commandment number 9, it says, "Thou shalt not bear false witnesses against thy neighbor." Commonly viewed, obviously, this means don't lie about other people, don't slander, don't call them names, don't speak ill will about thy neighbor, right? So metaphysically breaking this down, your neighbor is equivalent to anybody that you encounter in your consciousness. So to bear false witness actually means when you're imagining or speaking of them in ways that would be contradicting to how you want to see them. For my SP people, this means you want the best version of your person. So when you think about them, when you imagine them, you have to see them in the best version, the version you want to see. Commonly in the manifestation community, this is where that term, "and everyone is you pushed out," comes from. Correlates perfectly with this commandment. So anyway, the way you hold them in your mind is the way they're going to appear in your world. Remember, as within, so without. People are not exception to this rule. This, of course, also ties in perfectly with your self-concept, because obviously you want your SP to see you with loving eyes by how you see yourself in relation to them, but it's also the story and assumptions you have in regards to how they are as a person. So you always want to make sure that you uplift yourself in consciousness and you speak good about yourself, and that you also speak good and uplifting words of people in relation to you, like your significant other, because your perception is always going to be your self-reflection. And now commandment number 10, which says, "Thou shalt not covet." Now, to covet basically means to yearn for something, right? But metaphysically breaking this down, to covet also means to long for something as if it's outside of you. You know, spiritually speaking, nothing is separate from you. Everything is you. Your I amness is everything. Your desire is proof that it's already existing within your consciousness. So you don't sit here and pine and try to grasp or wish and dwell, "Oh, well, is it mine?" No, it is yours. All you have to do is claim it. That's what true embodiment is. It's knowing that it's yours now. So your desire is never lack. It is simply the awareness of what you already hold to be true within yourself. And if you understand this and you accept it, then you actually stop looking out there. You stop looking with envy, with longing, or with jealousy. It ties in with stealing, because you can never steal something that already belongs to you. It always comes within, and eventually it will be without. So this brings us to the end of the 10 commandments, and that metaphysically we understand it's not about external rules. They're more so inner creative laws and a blueprint to help you claim what is already yours. So if you're not a big scripture reader and it's not really your interest, but if you ever need to find just the guidelines, the general guidelines, you'll find that the 10 commandments all tie in perfectly with each other. But for those of you who do read scripture, you will just find that in the Bible there's many different ways, many different illustrations that just correlate back to these 10 guidelines or blueprints to help you understand the mind and how your reality works and how your I am is always going to be the supreme driving force in your life.